You're listening to the Westminster Canterbury Tales podcast, creating community to foster joy and well-being. Thanks for listening.
Christmas Gifts by Beverly Foote. For my Christmas greeting, I have some stories to share. As a child, I learned about the wise men who followed a star and the birth of Jesus in a manger, a baby that throughout his life would show God's unconditional love in human form. While I know this message is the essence of Christmas, there is another aspect, the joy of giving and receiving. Memories come to mind of Christmas gifts I treasured. When I was 8 years old, I received a Christmas present I will never forget. Standing beside the Christmas tree was a desk my father had built and stained for me. Inside the drawers, my father had stocked paper, notebooks, pads, pencils, erasers, and pens. I treasured that desk. I studied there and wrote poems and letters there. It was a sanctuary where I felt peace, blessed by the loving gift my father had created. Another gift I treasured came from Uncle Pete, who was dearly loved by all his nieces and nephews long before he married and became a parent himself. Prior to Christmas, he took me, my sister Bonnie, and my cousins Gail, Diane, Richard, and Doug shopping for ice skates. The boys tried on black hockey skates, and the girls were fitted with white leather skates. I still remember trying on the white skates with shiny silver blades and lacing them to be sure they fit. Uncle Pete took the ice skates home with him to wrap. On Christmas Day, my family opened presents under the Christmas tree as we all sat in the living room, Grandma in her rocking chair beside a warm fire in the fireplace. I remember how Bonnie and I eagerly awaited Uncle Pete's arrival, as if waiting for Santa Claus. In the process of visiting all his nieces and nephews, Uncle Pete arrived in the late afternoon. He greeted us with a hug and a gift that brought joy for many years, especially on winter Saturdays when I would spend the day skating at Grover Cleveland Park, where a cabin that served hot chocolate pumped music out onto the pond. Sometimes I skated around the huge oval pond in time with the music. Sometimes I played Crack the Whip with a group of friends. Even in my dreams, I continued to skate, doing figure eights and axle jumps. Not all gifts, however, are tangible, and there is another I will always remember. One year I flew with my daughters from Virginia to upstate New York to spend Christmas with my parents. The girls kept looking out the airplane window, hoping to see snow. But to their great disappointment, there was not a trace of snow. Although they were happy to see their grandparents, their Christmas spirit was daunted by the lack of snow. Later that night, as we attended the Christmas Eve service and were singing Silent Night while holding small lighted candles, the church door was flung open for all to continue singing outside. There, in the light of the street lamp, we could see tiny snowflakes falling and a layer of soft snow on the ground. I will never forget how my daughters burst into joy at the sight, and how, much to their delight, snowflakes continued to fall all Christmas Day, followed by the fun of riding their sleds. As I share these happy Christmas memories, I invite you to recall some of your own. At Christmas and all through the new year, I wish you joy, the joy that is God's precious gift to everyone.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Westminster Canterbury Tales podcast. Thank you for listening.